So, I didn't talk about this, but over the last 3 weeks, I was in discussions with many of my friends and many of my family, even my doctors and everything like that, even the psychologists I go to, um, about, I was, and a lot of people would have heard me saying it before, about the local elections. I was going to run for either 2023 or 2024, um, but for Cavan Baltobert constituency. But as I was saying to them, as they said to me, when they put it, not being mean or anything like that, these people have huge respect for. They more or less said to me, you wouldn't be fit. You wouldn't be fit, as simple as that. And I would really, really agree, especially mentally. I'm not fit. Simple as that. I'm not fit. I'm not emotionally fit for any, any data. I do, granted I do bits and bobs, and they did say I do bits and bobs for people. Like getting a side moved, something to do with houses. Like the other week, a woman wanted more air, a ventilation system in the council house, and obviously I got that done for. I got the council to do it and everything, but they put a few more feds in, on top of the wall. There's feds you can do, and you put them out, you can slide it over and back. So they've done that for. They put 2 or 3 more in the house. So I done that for like them small things, but at the same time it does help the public a bit. But I wouldn't, and I might just say, if I couldn't do that, I would be upset. Like as I said many times, I take things to heart. That's just the main thing. It's just my emotions. It's might as well say straight. And they really said to me not to say anything, and they told me really not to say anything for a while. But I really, really have to say it. And, I've said it to a few local county councillors. And they know themselves that my emotions get the better of me, and it really does, and that's something that I worked so hard to try to change, but it takes a brave man to admit that he can't succeed, and that it's a hopeless situation if I do go ahead and do it. I would have to, and they all said fully if it decided it's up to me, but they said it wouldn't, and the doctor said it wouldn't last long. But I might as well be honest. It wouldn't last long. The pressure of not getting, if I couldn't get something done, it would really just bring me down, and something happened, and it would really hurt me. And my decision, my emotion, the person I am, and the thing, the way I take things to heart is just not a way for a politician to do. And to be upset over what people say, and some people say, it's just not, it's not a politician you're there, or something desperately wrong with that person. And yeah, that's why, as they say, I should continue, obviously, being a political activist and doing bits and bobs. I think that would be the best. I think they agree with me would be the best, because at the moment of time I'm doing bits and bobs for people, helping with things. At the moment of time, I'm doing some other things at the moment, working with some communities, trying to get a few projects for them done from the local authorities. So obviously that's great. I'm working with them. We're trying to get funded for different things, for different communities outside Buttersbridge too. Which is, yeah, I'm sure people agree with me. At least I'm doing my best as much as I can. But obviously I can't go into full office, and as they say, I would have a very good chance, especially in surrounding towns of Buttersbridge, along Buttersbridge, Baltobert, all along Buttersbridge and Baltobert, all along that whole area there. We're nearly, in total, Buttersbridge and Baltobert is supposed to be good 3,000 people maybe living in the whole areas. I would have a very good chance nearly getting all them votes, as they say, because they know all the work I've done, and I'm not gloating or anything like that about my work. I'm doing what I have to do for my community, for my country, and for my county. But yeah, and they said not really to say much, but it has to be said. It just has to be said, and I really do have to admit it. Because admitting is better, and it's better to admit it publicly than just hide it and just refuse to say anything. And I'm not that type of person. I say it straight. There's no hope in me ever running for any high political office or anything like that. My emotions get the better of me, and I might as well say straight, I'm just not the person to lead. I'm a good leader, but I take things to heart, and I take things too serious, if you may use that word. So as they were saying to me, and as I probably will agree, it'd be a lot better if I continue just to work in the local authorities, and obviously clean up rubbish, and spend the rest of my days fighting the war on League of Dublin, fighting the war on dog feces, things like that. It'd be better if I spend my career on doing that, Because at the education point of view too, I'm very how to put it, and these people are not being ignorant at all. They're just kind of saying it because they are worried, and I'm worried, and I was worried. I really started this whole conversation rather, because they're worried. They were worried when I was there. They never said it to me. They never wanted to bring me down or anything like that. But they're worried. They're worried, especially with a few things. They know themselves that this is killing me inside. I really have to admit there's one or two instances that I haven't got there with, like a legal up and way out the road, long way away from Buttersbridge. It's nearly 7 kilometres outside Buttersbridge, and there's nearly 60 or 70 bags worth of rubbish to lift, and there's just no hope in me carrying that many of them 6-7 kilometres up the road to try and get them into Buttersbridge. Just no hope of that. There's no hope of that. There's no hope of getting anything done. And that's just that's something that it does affect me because I'm annoyed about it. I'm very much annoyed because I could do it. But it's just trying to get them lifting, trying to get somebody to lift them. But it's hard. It's hard because I tried my best. I really tried my best. I tried every angle. I tried everything, but it's hard to change the system. It's just hard to change the system. But hopefully maybe we get something solved. I'm talking to some of the locals and I might pay some of them to help me lift some of them at least and bring them back to Buttersbridge. But we'll see what the story is there. But it's the wider issue. That's one of many issues. That, I do take it to heart, and it's something that does stick in my mind, and there's something that it stays in my mind, and that's the type of politician I am. I can't just forget about it. Like these politicians in Dáil, and they can forget about things. They really just annoy them. They go home on a Saturday evening with the big paycheck, and they don't care after that. They just couldn't care. They don't have emotions. And I have emotions. Now, when something happens and something upsets me, it does upset me. And that's just being straight. And people might say I'm whinging and quibbling and crying, but at least I'm saying it straight. I'm saying it straight, and I'm saying what I feel and what other people feel, and I'm saying it straight. Not many people have the balls really to say it straight, and many, and they told me not really to say anything. But I'm going to say it straight because I'm never one to stand away and say nothing about things. Because it is true. It is true. I'm not fit for politics. So I obviously will stay on as a political activist. But unfortunately, it has to be put straight that it's not hope. It's not a hope, unless a miracle happens. But it doesn't. I have to say this straight. It's not going to happen. We want for local authorities. One of us a local county council. It's not going to happen. It's upsetting. I'm upset. I was looking forward to it, but your health has to come first, and your well-being has to come first, and I'm afraid that that's what has to come first, and because I'm sure there's plenty of good people in Cavan Belturbet. There's plenty of good county councillors in Cavan Belturbet who really represent the people astoundingly and does 50 million more times better work to me. And obviously I would want them to continue with their work, and it's better for me to stay out of it and let them continue with their great work. But yeah, thank you.